Hey folks, so today we will talk about the technical decisions and how to make the better technical decisions and how to overcome uh, you know, uh, the doubts or self-doubts when you're making the decisions, and how to make sure that you're not overthinking or over-iterating over and over again about the same thing, and because it's quite big topic for the people that are smart, that work on some top technical positions. That sometimes you ask yourself if you go into right direction and all those things. So first of all, our app Kin could help you with it a lot, because we have the special features that help you to be more confident at work, and we have some special feature journaling and charts about the journal that actually help you to make the better decisions for sure. But right now, let's focus on the technical decisions and how we could make the better one. So first of all, you're not making the decision in a vacuum. You're making a decision in the scope of organization and the scope of the project, and probably if you have quite mature CTO and a good team, first of all, you're not alone. It's already a good thing. The second, you probably have a couple of quite important documents in your organization. So the first one, it's a North Star architecture and the architecture guiding principles. So it's not about how, it's about why, and some core principles that we all believe that our architecture should follow. So the North Star architecture, for example, for Kin, based on the privacy by design document, based on the local first architecture, it's based on the self-sovereign identity and the data ownership principles. And this three guidance is already good enough to judge the technical decisions. And for sure, that's a scope of the document that we all describe in which direction we should go and in which things we should believe. The second one is more supporting the North Star, and it's useful more in the bigger organizations. It's a technical radars, because the technical radar actually describe what kind of tools, approaches, and programming languages we accept. And I really believe on the golden stacks, I really believe on the mono stacks, but I believe on the common sense more. But you need to know that, if your decision required to use completely different programming language or maybe some crazy tooling, maybe it's not the best thing ever, and so on. So you always need to think who will support it, how other people will understand it, how it's fit to the current solution. But okay, right now you have these two guiding principles and guiding documents that could shape your decisions. But what about the decision itself? And here we have a couple of techniques. So first of all, we could use journals. Journals about the technical decisions, that actually you do the journal entries while you try to find the decision, the right one. You try to collect and do the research, and you just share your thoughts and you collect your assumptions. Maybe you have some concurrent decisions that you want to do the SWOT analysis and all those things. And sometimes these technical journals about the decisions or about the project, they are extremely useful, but maybe it's too much to share with other people. So it's something that you keep for yourself. But what you could share with other people that are still useful on the level of the organization, for example, if it's architecture decision, you could create architecture decision record in an architecture decision log, and actually describe a couple of options that you had, and pros and cons, and what options you choose, and maybe even share it with the team and make that collective decision. So this architecture decision log is yet another nice instrument that help you to take the better decisions and actually have an opportunity to revisit these decisions and understand why we take them. It's a quite important thing. Another one that sometimes maybe it's not architecture decision, or maybe it's too small for the architecture log, and then I still suggest to have something like gotchas notes or technical notes where you just make something quite similar to architecture decision log, but it's connected to some area that you are doing right now. So for example, currently I'm trying to re-implement the Git hours for our services, and I do the research what kind of cryptographic tools, instruments and libraries we could use, what will give us the benefits, what will speed up our development and all of these things. And for sure, it's nice to have the quick memo that explain why we choose these tools, why we make this decision, why we're going forward in this direction. And this one could be the technical decision log. So that quite similar to architecture decision log, but more on the tactical, not strategical. And for sure, if you're talking about some lower level things, you always could write the comments, good comments in PRs, good comments in a code that explain why we have this magical code there, and so on. And as a result, you have some pyramid of the points that you could reiterate when you have the doubt of the technical decision. So you go to the technical decision log, architecture decision log, make sure that it's aligned with the North Star and your technical radars, and then you already have the good ground for making better decisions. But you need to be aware that quite important part of the decisions that are overlooked is the time scale. And in some concrete period of time, you have the assumptions and you have the unknowns. And it's really important to document assumptions and have a track of unknowns, because if you see that this decision is not valid anymore, just ask yourself what kind of new information we get, what kind of new unknowns we discover that actually make this decision invalid and reshape this decision. And it's really important to have a track of such things, and maybe create some connected comments to the decision that explain that right now we're doing it differently, we're making yet another decision log entry and point to our previous decision with the explanation of unknowns, or maybe some changes in environment that lead us to this decision. And if we have this traceability, and especially when we have this traceability together with the code control and versions, we really could be confident that our decisions are the right one. And if we getting back how Kin application could support you in this process, it could support you on the process that you could revisit your own thoughts, you could create the intermediate journals while you're doing the research, while you're doing the decision making, and especially you could make the journal, and after that go to Kin chat about this journal, have the conversation, ask some additional questions. Kin will help you and support you to find the right answer. And when you already have the right answer in a Kin chat, you could extract this as a journal, a key. So copy some key messages that you really like, maybe summarize some ideas and put it as a journal. And the superpower of Kin journals that you get couple of features. So the first feature, you get the summarization, so it's really good summary of the journal or talk that actually you had, and you have the entity extraction. And entity extraction is quite cool because it's extract the facts and thoughts from your journal and put it to your long-term memory. So now Kin aware that you make some decisions, you're working around such topics, you're working around such things, and maybe in your future decisions and your future chat with Kin, you could have the better context, and Kin will be aware about the things that you do, and you even could ask Kin about your previous conversation on such topic. So it's a really powerful tool for decision making and doing your day-to-day job, not even if you technical guy, maybe you're not technical guy, maybe you're product or UX designer, so it's applicable still. So you could use our app for such things and do the the work much faster and even conduct some research in a keen chat actually. So it was all that I was keen to share with you today, and see you next time. Choose